Hello and welcome back to Knowledge Bytes. In today's lecture, we will discuss regarding tokens and data types in C programming. Okay, these are the outlets. What we will actually discuss today. Something regarding tokens, then classification of tokens. C, keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, and operators. Okay, we will discuss bit of that. Then we will go for data types. Okay, we will classify them. Okay, this must for today's lecture. Let's begin it. Okay, what do you mean by token? Token is the smallest element of a programming language. Here in case of our programming language is C, so in C programs each smallest individual meaningful unit to the compiler is known as token. That can be classified into these categories. Okay, first is keyword, then is identifier, then constants, strings, and operators. See, when in a compiler starts compiling the source file, what it actually does first, it extracts each tokens from a program. See, here it is small example, hash include stdio.h, int main, then curly braces start, then printf hello world, return 0, and then curly braces. Okay, this is the whole program to print hello world. What are the tokens here? When the compiler compiles it, it finds these many tokens. These are individual smallest units having some meanings. Okay, see, include stdio.h, then int main, parenthesis starts, then end, then curly braces starts, printf, parenthesis again, then hello world within the double quotes. It is a single phrase or single token, you can say. Then ending parenthesis, then semicolon, then return 0, then say return 0 are two different things, return and 0, then another semicolon, then hash, then this angle brackets less than and greater than, then ending curly braces. These are the tokens inside this program one can find. Okay, this is a basic idea what is actually token. Token is the smallest individual unit. Okay, let's go to keywords. Keywords are nothing but the predefined words which is defined by the compiler, which we cannot use for any other purpose. It has some specific purpose. See, in C programming there are 32 keywords. One can go through this table. These are the keywords. We cannot use them as user defined data types or all. We will discuss those things. We cannot use them to another purpose. It has some specific meaning and specific task to do. So this is something called keyword. One can go through the table and get idea of what are the keywords. Okay, then what do you mean by identifier? See, basically token is divided into one is keyword, which is reserved word or predefined word. Another section is identifiers. Identifiers are nothing but the names, nomenclature, we can say, names to variable, functions, classes. For beginners, they don't know what is function and classes. Okay, the variables also. Variables are, see, when you do some mathematics, you take variables to store data. Same way, if you want to perform some specific task, you are giving some specific name to one module. That is, you can say it is a function. We will discuss function later on. Same way, class is nothing but a user defined data type. We will discuss what is data type. So those are the things we will use. When we use identifier, we will use names. Okay, so there are several rules are there to give names or give identifier names. So number one, only alphabetic characters, digits, underscores are permitted. That means if you want to write some name, you have to write like starting with capital A to small z, or small a to small z. Number of digits are there. Underscore is also allowed. Name cannot start with digit. Okay. If you are declaring one variable, you cannot give any name starting with numbers. Okay. Uppercase and lowercase letters are distinct. Means this programming is case sensitive. Okay. If you declare one variable is small a and another is capital A, both are not same. They both are different. A declared keyword cannot be used as variable. See, I have discussed the same thing in the previous slide. These keywords cannot be used as the identifiers. So same is written here. A declared keyword cannot be used as a variable name. Well, then after that, after keyword then identifier, we will see three more things are there: constant, strings, and operators. See, constants are numeric constants and string constants. We will discuss later on. Then that's why constant and strings are written two different ways. Then operators are nothing but the operators are main building blocks of a programming concept. See, if you want to calculate something, you need operators. There are several operators. We will discuss those things in our next to next videos. Means those things need more elaboration. So after briefing of tokens, let's go to data type. So what do you mean by data type? Data type is nothing but if you are using any data, every data has some type. Means maybe data is integer, maybe data is the character. See, if you are using numbers and if you are using decimal numbers, both are different. So the world is full of data, flooded with data. So data we should classify. In C programming, data is classified into three basic structures: the user-defined data type, built-in data types, and derived data types. So basically, built-in data type is the primitive one which is designed by the compiler initially. After that, user-defined comes into pic. Sorry, after that, derived comes into picture, derived from the built-in. Then both help together to design user-defined data type according to the reality programming or real life programming. Okay, we will discuss those things one by one when we go to chapter wise. Okay, so let's focus on built-in data type. See, built-in data type basically divided into three segments. One is integral type, another is void type, another is floating point type. Integral type is nothing but which is related to integral, means integers. So integral type again subdivided into two categories. One is int, another is char. Okay, one, if you go through the C programming books, you can find, so you can find many things in detail. Anyways, int and char. Int belongs to integer data types and char belongs to character data types. So some people have doubt why char is integral type. See, internally what actually compiler does, compiler assign each and every character have some specific numbers. So a character, let's say if a capital A, if I write capital A, I'm bad at this. Okay, so that refers to 65. Okay, now if I refer to age 65, that means if I write 66, that means it is capital B. So every character has some numbers. See, if you write small a is 97. Okay, every special symbol have some specific integral values. That means every character, whether it is a special symbol or it is a alphabet, both are same values, means both are some integral values. We can understand it. See, if you write integers in character form, it will represent the ASCII values. So characters are in that way integers. Okay, Then comes to floating point. Floating point is again divided into float and double. Float are nothing but the decimal parts, and double is double precision. Float and double, nothing much difference. Float takes 4 byte of memory and double takes 8 byte of memory. We'll discuss those things. Okay. Now, what are the things, means what is the memory allocation in integer, what is in character, what is in float, and what is in double. Void is something else. We will discuss void. So, what is the size of integer? Integer size depends on the word length of the compiler. Word length of the compiler is nothing but it is the size of data one compiler can pass at a time. So that is dependent on, again, address bus and word length are same. So not address bus, it is a address pass. It dependent on the compiler. Compiler are of nowadays are two types. One is 16-bit compiler, another is 32-bit compiler. If the compiler is of 16-bit, that means at a time it can pass 16-bit of data. So integer type is 16-bit. That means 1 bit plus 1 bit means 8 bit is equal to 1 byte. Then 16 bit is equal to 2 bytes. So one can say one integer is 2 byte. In that case, if my compiler is of 32-bit compiler, then I can say my integer is 4 byte. See, it's a question when people ask what is the size of integer, do not answer like 2 or 4. You answer it dependent on the compiler. If the compiler is 16-bit, then it is 2 byte. If the compiler is 32-bit, then it is 4 byte. Okay. What is the size of character? It maps in memory is 1 byte. What is the size of float? Size of float is 4 byte irrespective of the compiler. Again, size of double is also just double of the float. Okay, we will discuss those things later on if it is required. What is the size of void? It is depends. We will discuss void in separate lecture. Okay, these are the things for basic of data types. Now let's go to discuss something to user defined data types and derived data types. These are two separate segments. See, user defined data type or which are defined by the user. These are three types. One is structure, another is union, another is enumeration. We'll discuss in separate lectures those things. And derived data types, those are pretty interesting things. Array, functions, and pointer. Functions, some people say it is not a data type. We'll discuss those things when we go to derived data type lecture. Okay, for today's lecture, this much is the content. First, we have discussed what do you mean by tokens, then something regarding tokens, then data type. So here is the token. Types of tokens are keyword, identifiers, constants, strings, and operators. There are several types of operators and constants we will discuss in separate lectures. Then comes to keyword. These are the keywords. There are 32 keywords in C programming. Then identifiers. These are the set of rules for the identifiers. These are the most important 4 rules you should remember when you're writing programs. Then it comes to data types. There are 3 categories of data type. One is built-in type, another is derived type, another is user-defined type. So built-in type is the most primitive one, and then it is again classified into 3 categories. One is integral, another is void, another is floating point type. Integral again divided into 2 separate segments. One is integer, another is character. Both are integral type. We discussed why character is integral type. Then floating point type are of 2 types. One is float, another is double. Or there is another type of data type, that is void. We will discuss in a single lecture later on. Then user-defined data types are of three types. One is structure, union, enumeration, then derived data types. Array function pointers. Again, we discussed that function, sometimes it is called as a data type, sometimes not. We'll discuss that on. Okay, if you like the video, then like it, then share it, and subscribe it. Share to friends to get the knowledge be spread. Thank you.